All right, so here's another video. I know I'm in the right place now because I know I am, man. And it's just really cool that overwhelming responses that I are getting, and the message is being heard by people who probably been following me for a while, just like for the reasons they didn't know why they was even following my stuff, particularly. And I'm glad I'm glad you won't you maybe. You're like, I knew I was supposed to love that guy. I knew I liked him. But I'm using opportunity for new understanding on other things that, are overlooked by everyone, man. And that's deceit, lies, confusion, and how, man, I promise you, I felt dark forces. I felt dark spirits. I saw them. I witnessed them. And I'm I'm not able to reveal it in a way that is even somebody's very special to me that is even recognized it yet. I don't even think they've even heard me, or even I think there's been so turned up and to and mixed up that they have no even comprehension of what I'm telling them is even fathomable. It's even possible that I'm even telling them the truth. It's something that I witnessed. I was in the place at the time they were. It, yes, I went in it. I went back in time, and that I was there at the same time that they. I was there. I was there when they did it. When they had it happen, I was with them. Then the same as now. And then if you can fathom that's even possible, I went back and I was there with them. I witnessed, felt it, experienced it, and I'm giving them insights to let them know that it is not something I'm playing with. I'm telling them the truth. I saw the events. I saw a blue hoodie that had Grinder Starve. I saw the ducks. I saw what was being munched on by. I saw Dunkin' Donuts. I saw events take place. I saw a Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee that was. I saw a bunch of different things that I witnessed, and I saw them in a second over of event. I saw events of when they took place outside of anything that would even make sense to most people. I saw I don't remember if it was gold spray paint or gray spray paint, the color. I remember spray painting. I remember them saying, because they can't read very well, and they said, whether it was out loud or not, they said, keep going real quick for they could correct themselves when they got to the middle second sign to say to remind, because they can't read worth a fucking shit. They're stupid, and they just say keep going. And then I saw when they were done with the walking and the brisk walk and frustration, and I saw them sit in the car for a while, and the gold Toyota, and I saw them go in the glove compartment. This was not the same event as feeding ducks in the blue. This was two different times. It was, but I can connect two times and I'll make sense to them. I remember there's another time when there's that they was having a blue hoodie, and they had Grinder Starve, and they was drinking the iced coffee. They was screwing around with when they were parked, and I fathom, if I might, I know what they said. Was a path. I saw them when they said that. I was there when they said that. Now, it's hard to be, I wasn't in real time. I wasn't in time, in line with them. But I saw them. And I saw them in the moment saying it. Now, this is the part that is not something to be worried about. But I saw them from the outside, like the car was just, it was invisible and visible at the same time. I saw them as they were in the middle. I saw them open the thing and then get something to snack on. And then I saw them before they sit it. They were just sitting in the car for a while, just being just pathetic and miserable looking. Back in a time period that was, I'm only assuming, was long before. It was when they first started going to get out and try to, I don't know, probably try to find somebody, get somebody, and just try to find themselves. And they were always looking for something. They were always trying to find something, right? They were always looking to hear. They'd hear a song and they said, oh my God, that's you talking to me. But it wasn't him. Then you just have these moments where you just don't even comprehend that that sign, I know, was not wrote for you, but it was for you. It was meant for you to read those, and it was just an idiot kid that climbed up there, led by Satan, to mislead people into being set up into traps that he's setting for them. And it was for multiple people. A lot of people get misled in his little dangerous spots that he knew were just gullible, easy people. But I'm telling you right now that God said he did that. He let them for you to hear it, for you to read it, only for me to tell you that you can't even read. And I don't recall what exactly even was remotely being worn. But I know I got the idea because it happened so fast. And as I was viewing that, I also viewed the outside. I viewed what was going on. I saw everything that was trying to get to you. It was getting to you and was persuading you and was tricking you. As you were reading those, you were getting set up for being misled. I saw them there. And it was just not. It's not something most people could ever fathom that I would be able to tell you and trick you into. But I know you know it because you felt me there. You felt what's in me there. And it'd be mindful to note that you didn't ask for that path on that day, did you? So I think I know what is what. I know I'm telling you something that is blowing your mind right now, and I know you know I'm telling you. Now, I don't know what to tell you to do with it. I just know that you're supposed to feel like, oh my God, I'm loved, not by me, you're loved. And you're just like, how could this ever be fathomable? How could this be possible? How would he know these things? How would he ever even think to tell me these things? He must have studied me so well that he just knows. I just knew why I was supposed to tell you those things was because of you. But I know I didn't experience those things until I saw God again. And I said, all right, well, maybe I should look into Jesus. And I saw them so, and I know they're connected to something maybe you only know, but I know those events were something you should take into consideration. And you also want to consider what you felt those times and what were you feeling around those times, in those times at the park where you would sit just and sit in the and I want you to ask yourself why you had people like that were being obviously leading you and doing them for what reason I don't know, but I know that you're messed with power that you should not play with. I don't even know what exactly is what. I don't know who and what, and I don't know if they're connected or not, but I'm saying they're all led by Satan and they're all positively trying to get you. And it's not something to be scared of, and because if you knew what I knew, I mean, it would explain why your cat came back immediately when I felt God. When they knew, oh my God, because they believe in him. Don't get confused. But I know when they did, they knew the jig is up. And then I got a death threat, and I got offered money and all kinds of things that I don't even know why I would even help you or even want to, because quite frankly, you don't deserve it. I'm giving you something you're supposed to be to know and hear, but I don't need you to come to me. I don't want you to come to me. You're supposed to do that anyway. And whatever you want to do and tell yourself is whatever you got to tell yourself. But I'm telling you, you're wrong the way you did me and the way you were doing me on a human level. The way you just casually pretended that it wasn't something I was in need of a human to help me with. And you're not aware that you're okay with it. And that is not something good. You know what you are doing, you know whatever. But I'm telling you, don't believe anything I've told you. I saw you there and witnessed and seen. Don't. People don't understand how things work until they feel it. I didn't mean to go into that, but I just know it's going to reveal something. I don't have to question if or not. It's going to be misled or misleading, and whether you gotta even, have a hard time believing it. I don't care. I know I don't care because I'm right. It doesn't matter. That is not irrelevant anymore. That is not important. All I can do is say that it was a lesson that is going to be revealed in what I'm doing right now and what I'm pumping out. And I am giving people lessons in real power, real things that you are not going to understand how they operate, how they work, how you can even pray something and it's going to tell you and it's going to heal it. It's going to make somebody walk again. I don't pretend that I even would be able to do that. I don't think I can do that. Not realistically, but I know if I understood enough, I will eventually be able to because it tells me I can. And I know it tells you to look out for things that I was gaslighted into. And why we overlook a lot of mental illness, a lot of things that I don't know, a narcissist is capable of doing to someone and not realize that is what we have been done and said and been misled to even believe. We will always be oblivious to the truth, because it means we might not, because most of the time it's like, man, I wasn't right, because we're not very right all the time. We're not smart. So when you hear it, you're just like, how could you deny things like, oh, the bliss and all of the illusions and that you are leading to believe in those times you're experiencing those amazing things that you're in love with, that you're feeling, that you cannot experience. In reality, if you knew they were a trick and they were misleading you, and you don't realize the power of the manipulation and misleading information they do. And when you think about when I was involved in a narcissist or anything that they did, I'm not taking into account they didn't do anything remotely powerful with their weak little pathetic pussy asses. They did something because I was not smart enough to realize I was having done to me. And then afterwards, you think and feel any other way, but you have to come to terms sometimes that it is something out there that you will never feel or experience or understand until you recognize that there's things I'm just not feeling, I'm not seeing. And until that happens, until like I blatantly told you numerous times. Have you seen the video where I'm like in the path, and I'm like that we're already connected with, and I look over at I'm about to cry, and I go, and I don't cry. In that short, where I'm like, who takes the wide path? Who takes the narrow path? How? I know that moment is a moment you felt. You see. I know. And I'm reminding you for the world to also witness something. Power. Because I had it flash through me. And I was connected to that Holy Spirit in saying it when I felt it. And then I go, that's pretty wild, I know. Think about it. Maybe you should rewatch it. Maybe you should see it. Maybe you should watch all of the ones of recent whenever they're talking about God and things. Because then you're going to see it. And you're going to see everybody else can see it. Oh. And you can just take it or not. But I'm saying the Holy Spirit that protects you from all the inside, internal, from getting, possessed, and that the ones that are tormenting you are keeping you away from any kind of knowledge that was help you. 2 or more shall be done in my name. 2 or more gather, it shall be done. Never, ever take it alone. Never do it on your own. And I get why I needed to be in line with that Holy Spirit first before I could even remotely get to anybody. But I know I'm right now, and I'm still forgiving, but I'm pissed off. And I'm let down. And I'm not here to do anything other than to take down Satan, take down what he has been doing. It is blowing my mind that that I went through all that I've been going through. And it just blows my mind that I can be, I know people hear me now. I know that I'm definitely different than I have been. And, you can take a bridge or a tunnel. I don't give a fuck how it come across, really. And I don't particularly need anything that is remotely something I'm lacking right now. I got this resurgent, and I got this And I had a revelation when I told everybody, and I said, test every spirit. Make sure you test it by doing what I say to do and not what I tell you to do. Because I can tell you, it says that. I can persuade you by keep telling you and keep asking you over and over blatantly what I'm telling you God is wanting you to do. And stop watching and turn it off, whoever and however and how many. Stop it and go read it for yourself. And please read it and evaluate that, when it's talking and it says, because we'll know the spirit of error is in the same line. It's the spirit of God. Then you'll know I'm going to say errors. I'm going to say stupid stuff, and I'm going to mislead you. Especially when you've been so conflicted and confused by stuff I've been doing anyway. I already know it's going to be something that I'm going to be in error of. I'm going to say errors. I'm going to be talking about things that are powerful and truthful, and they're going to be in line with errors because I'm aware of it. And I'm making it known that if I'm a spirit from God, and I'm proving to you in that Bible, when you look it up, you'll see that tells you I am something you can trust. Because I've got the authority now when you read it. When you stop what you're doing, you go look and you test in the spirit and testing me, you know that I'm in line with it. So anything I'm telling you has to be remotely possible, remotely truthful, remotely close to being even relevant. And you'll know the parlor tricks are nothing. And that me being in that moment, in those moments of you in there, and when you're in a blue, you being, and me seeing it are nothing to me. That I haven't. That's nothing. That's power. That's real power. And it's nothing. Because I know there's a lot more to be done. If you guys have followed along my train wreck and everything, and you're starting to like it, I will remind you, I'm starting to be monetized, and I've got a little bit of following. I've got the watch time views, and I'm now making some money off of ad revenue and AdSense. I'm making like $87, $90 a day off of all the. Not yesterday I made like $20. But that's still something. I will encourage everybody to keep subscribing, in which they're growing hundreds a day or every other day. I'm getting it. I need it to be heard. I need people to hear this message, because there's people out there that don't have hope. There's people that are lost. There are people that really just don't have anything going, and they want to. They want to feel something, and they do. They feel something. They're like, oh, but I know what that meant. I felt him. I felt good. I felt him. I felt God. Why did he turn that song on at that moment? Why am I? Oh, I know when I see him, because I felt it too. Because he's the one trying to tell you how to look out for what they've been misleading you to even believe, because they're going to make you believe it's from God. It's not. It's not good. It's not from good. It's an instrument. If you understand how possession can be transferred from a human to animals, pigs, other animals can be possessed, but then I'll mind you, they're not just trying to do scary things and make you scared. They're making you led from ever getting to education on how you can even combat these dark forces out here. You're never going to be able to combat them or fight them, and you're not going to stand a chance if you don't have the education. And if you can't even halfway read it, if you can't even read the words right, and sit down and read them and for yourself, because you're not it's not that you're stupid enough, you're just not, you don't have enough education background to be able to realize that you need somebody else there that is educated, that can tell you and then not even tell you. He can say, test me, because I've been misled, I've been confused, I've been conflicted, I almost got ripped to shreds by this dark stuff. And I remind everybody, man, it's no guarantees anything of anything now. I could be confused, I could be, you know, in one of my other moments where I'm believing something else is possible. That's just not true, you know? And I'm just confused. You know what I mean? Or I couldn't possibly finally make myself look and sound like I just sound different now. I sound like I'm on point, because I am. All right, you guys, maybe I'll make one more video tonight. I'm going on my Instagram, which I love doing that, because I seem to I'm getting the right, I don't get hardly any followers though. So I think it's Joey Bad as Smith on Instagram and Facebook. I just enjoy that the people I'm reaching there need to hear it, and they're wanting to hear it, and they're loving it, and that's really cool. So a lot of my stuff maybe tonight, tomorrow is gonna be on there, but I've been on a tear. I had a lot inside me that needed to come out, and I did a 5-hour video, half drunk, compelled by the Spirit, and I'm getting a little better. But I encourage everybody to watch anything, and anything before this, when I'm talking about Jesus or anything like that, is not to be overlooked. That look how lost and broken and conflicted and confused I was. And don't get misled by anything I'm telling you in there that was stuff. I was a truthful person about things I was saying, but I was so confused about what and who and why, and I was just broken, and make sense out of how I'm